What's up YouTube, Jeff back again today, another very exciting Samsung video for you guys, and today I'm doing my annual video. Today I'm going to give you guys 10 reasons the Galaxy S25 Ultra destroys its competition, the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now if you're looking for an unbiased video comparison of these two phones, you haven't found that. I own a website called Sammy Guru. This is a video to make all my Samsung people out there just realize when you're talking to your iPhone friends, here's a list of things you can tell them, hey, my phone does better than yours. So we're going to dive into that today. I want to remind you guys, if you haven't yet, check out the website, sammyguru.com, cover the latest Samsung news, tips, tricks, tutorials, reviews. Also our mystery box program, if you haven't ordered an S25 device, you see this video and you're like, wow, I have an iPhone, it's a piece of garbage, I really want to switch to Samsung. You can do so by purchasing one from our link right here, submit a verification form, we're going to give you a free case, cleaning kit, desktop phone stand, other randomly inserted goodies for switching over here to the correct side. You guys can check it out in the pinned comment description. All the details are there as well. So like I said, make this video every year. It's always polarizing. People are like, whoa, why aren't you being unbiased? Well, my website's called Sammy Guru, not Apple Guru. So let's talk about my 10 reasons this year the Galaxy S25 Ultra destroys its competition from Apple. The first one is the design. And of course, this is a preference thing, but I personally think the Samsung design looks a lot cleaner. I also like the camera modules on the Samsung device a lot better. Now, color is up for debate, but I think my jade green one actually looks a lot better than the desert titanium iPhone 16 Pro Max I have. And you might ask, well, why do I have an iPhone if I'm a Samsung guy? Well, my mother always said, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So that's what we do every year. We have one for comparison purposes. Now, of course, the other thing that I really like about the Samsung phone versus the iPhone, and one annoying thing, which I'll get to later, is I really hate that the iPhone does not have a fingerprint sensor, as you guys just saw, because it's very annoying. I really like the small punch hole in the front versus the dynamic island. I'm not a fan of the dynamic island up there. If you use dark mode, it kind of blends in. But if you're not utilizing dark mode, like if you're using light mode like I'm over here, the punch hole just looks so much better. So, that's another reason that I much prefer the option to have the small punch hole on the front. I just think the design looks cleaner on the Samsung phone. The build quality is premium on both of them, there's no doubt. But the camera array on the back and then also that small punch hole just puts it over the top for Samsung, in my opinion. The next thing is what I just mentioned, fingerprint sensor and face unlock versus Face ID. I have absolutely no idea why Apple will not put a fingerprint sensor on the iPhone. They could put it in the display, they could put it in the power button. I don't really care. They could put it on the back for all I care, but we should have Face ID and a fingerprint sensor. People tell me all the time, well, Face ID is great. Why don't you like it? I just showed you why. I have to pick up this phone every time to unlock it when I'm making a video. Whereas with the Galaxy S25 Ultra, I don't even have to turn the display on. I just put my fingerprint in and it goes right away. Now, if you want to use face unlock, you can also do that over here, but at least I have the option to use either or, whereas on the iPhone, I have to use Face ID. Also at night, if you're in bed under the covers, you want to unlock your phone. If you want to use biometrics, kind of hard to do that with Face ID. You really need a fingerprint sensor. Why they don't bring Touch ID back and have both, I don't know, but that definitely gives Samsung a big win, in my opinion. Next, let's talk about the S Pen. And yes, I know all my Samsung people out there are going to tell me, well, Jeff, they got rid of the Bluetooth this year. And yes, they did get rid of the Bluetooth this year. I covered this very, very aggressively in the beginning, and I don't like it. We actually have a petition that you can sign on change.org. It has almost 10,000 signatures now, I believe. It was getting up over 7,000 last time I looked, to bring Bluetooth back with the S26 Ultra. However, the S Pen is still here, and having an S Pen is a lot better than what you have over here, which is no S Pen or stylus support at all. And so with all the great features we have, like Notes, Galaxy Eye, Drawing Assist, everything that comes along with it, not just note taking, but also using AI Select and all that good stuff, it's just a great tool to have. Even if you're not a note taker, you can use it for cropping screenshots and all that good stuff. And Apple really has nothing comparable. So of course, I'd like to see them bring the Bluetooth back, but having this ability, and of course, don't forget, you also have screen off memo, which you can write on your screen anytime you want, make a little doodle, make a little note, and you can save it for later. So even though I don't like the Bluetooth removal, Samsung still has an S Pen. Apple doesn't have a pen support at all. Up next on my list is Samsung DeX. Now, if you've been using a Samsung phone for a while, you'll know about Samsung DeX. DeX basically allows you to use your phone when connected to an external display, mouse, and keyboard as a desktop computing experience. So Apple has absolutely nothing like this because of course they want to sell you a MacBook, they want to sell you an iPad, They would not want you to be able to connect your iPhone to a monitor, to a keyboard, to a mouse, and get Mac OS or something like it running using your iPhone, because that'd be very bad for them. They would sell less of their computers. Samsung does have the Galaxy Book lineup and the Galaxy Tab lineup, but they still give you this great option. And when you do have a display and a keyboard, you can also connect wirelessly. You see, I've got a couple of my Samsung displays here at the Sammy Guru office. I can connect wirelessly and utilize DeX directly. Gives you basically a desktop experience for basic spreadsheets, Word documents, etc. Very useful. And if you only need to do light computing, you could really utilize your smartphone as your only computing device. Apple has absolutely nothing like this, which means Samsung, once again, has an amazing advantage here. Next, let's talk about software. Now, iOS 18, they did make some nice changes in iOS 18. You do have the ability now to set custom icon packs. You have some ability to, change things a little bit with your toggles over in the quick panel. But OneUI 7 is truly next level and still has multitasking that Apple can't even hope to match, because the iPhone still has no multitasking at all. Now, I have heard people say, well, the quick panel Samsung stole from Apple. In my opinion, they don't really look that similar. Of course, there's some design elements of moving them around and editing them, but there's still a distinct design language here that's uniquely Samsung and Apple on each side. I personally like what they've done with both, and you can still combine the quick panel and the notification panel if that's something you want to do on your Galaxy device. But that's only part of the story with OneUI. OneUI has a much more intuitive overall UI in terms of app layout, notifications, and everything else. We still have the app drawer on Android, which Apple came up with this really stupid gimmicky thing over here, the app library. It's nothing like the app drawer that you have on your Galaxy smartphone. And as we'll talk about later, modules like Home Up inside GoodLock let you take this to the next level. OneUI also has super fluid animations, just buttery smooth, on the level, perhaps even surpassing what Apple has on the iPhone. So I would say Samsung has really taken it to the next level when it comes to those animations, and you can tune those in GoodLock as well. So I definitely give OneUI 7 the edge. There's so many other great features, the Now bar, the Now brief, which I'm going to mention in some other parts of this video that are specific to AI, which Apple also hasn't caught up to yet. But just the general UI fluidity, I think Samsung has finally taken a lead, and the polish of just everything about this, even if you go to the lock screen, just looks more beautiful on the Galaxy smartphone. Let's talk about GoodLock now. So if you don't know much about GoodLock or general Android customization, there's so much you can't do on the iPhone that you can do on an Android phone. GoodLock gives you a bunch of customizable modules that let you take full control of your device. You can add custom icon packs with Theme Park. You can customize the S Pen menu with Pentastic. You can make your own custom live wallpapers with Wonderland, get numerous keyboard themes with Keys Cafe, change your notification lighting styles with Edge Lighting Plus. And with the new Home Up module, which is actually built directly into the home screen settings now at the very bottom where it says more customization, you can take full control of your device and you can tune literally everything about it. You can change all the gesture settings down to your own specific preferences, including advanced tuning options, which give you access to the cubic Bezier curve to control damping, stiffness, elasticity, friction, etc. There's nothing like this on the iPhone. I have nothing to show you over here because there's literally nothing like this. You can't find anything like GoodLock and Home Up available on iOS 18 because Apple would never give you this level of customization. And in addition to that, you now have the do-it-yourself home screen, which lets you do crazy things like this. You can have your icons wherever you want, as large as you want, and in any orientation and angle that you want. Even though it's crazy, this is why we absolutely love Samsung, and that's why a lot of people do switch from iPhone over to Samsung. Again, you can find that in the customization options for Home Up. And of course, if you don't like that option, you can just switch and go right back, and then you're back into your regular setup. These beautiful widgets and things that Samsung added in OneUI 7 are just the icing on the cake. And of course, there's so much other things that you can do with Android specifically. You can add custom launchers if you don't like the OneUI launcher. You can add all kinds of amazing widgets with KWGT, etc., which I'll be showing in some S25 tutorials on the channel down the line. So get subscribed for that if you guys are interested. Apple really has nothing that's on the level of GoodLock or general Android customization, even though you can now basically change the icon packs to dark mode. You can't install a fully custom icon pack, at least not quickly. You have to do it one icon at a time, which is very, very time consuming and is definitely something that most people would never want to do with their iOS device. Let's talk about Bixby Text Call, Galaxy AI, and it's just next level compared to Apple Intelligence. One of the things I love about the Galaxy smartphones now is that if you go into your call settings you now have two options that are fantastic. You've got recording calls, which is built into OneUI 7 on the S25 Ultra, which can also transcribe your calls and then attach that to your call history. Absolutely love that. You can turn on auto transcribe calls. And we still have Bixby Text Call, where Bixby will actually answer the call for you and it will screen the call for you. You can see what the other person's saying and decide if you want to answer or not. Now, Apple's trying to roll out something similar, but they don't have it fully operational just yet. In addition, Samsung's Galaxy AI suite is just really next level compared to what Apple has done with Apple Intelligence on the iPhone, on the iOS 18. Now, Apple Intelligence overall is not bad, and a lot of the things they've done with Siri, there are some good pieces, but Galaxy AI has just evolved to the next level with Note Assist, which integrates with the S Pen. You've got Writing Assist, Transcript Assist, Browsing Assist, Photo Assist, Drawing Assist, now with Audio Eraser, which allows you to erase background noise on your videos. Whereas on the other hand, if you search, and if you notice on here, Apple doesn't even really put, you can see Apple Intelligence is not really front and center on their device. If you go in here, you'll notice they've got Apple Intelligence on, but they don't really have the same level, right, of things that you can get when you have with the Galaxy. So Siri responses, you can see, is not quite as good as text call. You've got announced notifications. Chat GPT integration is the one thing that I wish Samsung would get, but that's not a deal breaker because of course I can use the Chat GPT app very simply on my Android phone, on any Android phone that you want. So they have some things built into Apple Intelligence, but in my opinion, some of the things that Galaxy I has, particularly Health Assist, Now Brief, this is a new feature with the Galaxy S25 series where you can get a summary of your day that has personalized information to you. Samsung is just coming up with great AI features that improve your quality of life and also just give you a better experience using the device on a daily basis. I'm sure that Apple will catch up when it comes to AI. They have some promising things, but they're just not quite there yet compared to Samsung. In addition, Samsung also has a partnership with Google, which allows them to do a lot of amazing things for AI. And that partnership with Google is the thing that takes it to the next level versus the iPhone. We now have built into the Galaxy S25 series, Gemini integration. If you long press the power button, you can access Gemini. That's the default AI assistant on the device. And in addition to Gemini, which we've had since last year on the S24 series, you also have Circle to Search. So you just long press here if you're using gesture nav and you'll get your Circle to Search. So it gives you a little bit of a boot animation, and here you can use Google, search for songs, play a little track, search for the music, search anything that's on your screen, just search it and it'll give you information about that thing. Of course, Apple does not have that deep integration with Google because it's not an Android phone. And I think Gemini is also better than anything Siri has to offer because Gemini is just better at integrating with web search. And Gemini fully now integrates with all your Samsung apps because if you go into Gemini, you can now go under extensions and you've got Samsung Calendar, Notes, and Reminders. So it can also interface with a lot of information that's on your Galaxy phone. Like I said, Apple's just a little behind in the AI race, in my opinion. I think they have some promising things, but the fact that Samsung partners with Google also give them a further edge in that department. Physical SIM slot. This is a pretty simple one. I won't spend a lot of time on it, but you do not have a physical SIM slot on the iPhone. The iPhone has no physical SIM slot. If you look on my Galaxy S25 Ultra, see if I can get it into focus right there. There's the physical SIM slot. So we have one, we don't have one on the iPhone. This is a huge advantage. I think people don't realize how big of an advantage this really is. If you're traveling, it's still a really big advantage to have a physical SIM slot. I don't know why Apple fully removed it. Having a dual phone with a physical SIM and then an eSIM is way better when you're traveling than just having an eSIM. That's why a lot of people prefer using Android and Samsung in particular if they do like a lot of international travel. Just pop in a SIM wherever you're going and then you're good to go. Also, in addition to that, we have our final one. We've made it all the way through the list. Wireless power share, which of course Apple has still not caught up. They finally gave wired power sharing, which is where you can basically plug a cable between an iPhone and another phone and charge it. So if your friend has an iPhone, just go ahead and turn on wireless power sharing, slap it on the back, and you can go ahead and start charging it up. So this will allow you to charge pretty much any Qi compatible device, another friend's phone, your earbuds, your Galaxy Watch, etc. Apple still hasn't caught up. Another place where they simply don't have the same features that Samsung can offer. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon for future videos like this. Check out SammyGuru.com, particularly if you haven't ordered an S25 yet and you want to. get on the free mystery box program. It does close soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.